Hello, this is Ron Climer, and I am with First Real Estate School in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'm also with Keller Williams Realty in Hendersonville, North Carolina, and I want to talk to you today about the very first thing you should do when you get into real estate. Now, as far as I know, as far as I believe, every training course in America teaches this. So this is not something unique that I know that nobody else knows. This is something that I know that a lot of people, most people, don't do. And that is this. The first thing you need to do when you get into real estate is make a list of every single person that you know. If you are an average person, you should come up with about 200 names. Now, these are anybody that you know. Your old high school friends, your old college friends, your people from your old job, people you do business with, your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker, your dentist, your doctor, your car mechanic, your CPA, anybody that you do business with that you know. If you're in a club like the Rotary Club or the Toastmasters Club or something like that, all the people there. If you go to church, all the people you can get a name and number for. And you need to make a list of these people. And as I said, that list should be in the neighborhood of a couple hundred people. And what I want you to do, and what your sales trainer wants you to do, no matter where you are in America, what your sales trainer wants you to do is send all of these people a postcard or a letter with your business card in it. And that letter needs to say something like, I've gone into real estate. If I can help you or any of your friends with any real estate, please give me a call. A letter with your business card in it is probably the best, although a postcard is almost as nice. If you have a postcard with your phone number and etc. on it, you'll be amazed how many people will save those postcards. But here's what I can't figure out. 95% of the people that get into real estate don't do this. They don't do this. They go to the sales training class, the sales trainer tells them to do it, but they don't do it. And why is a mystery to me, because this works like magic. It is just like magic. Now the hard part is putting the list together the first time. Because you might be sitting there thinking, well, do I need to mail one to my cousin Ned that lives 100 miles away? And the answer is, yes you do. Mail a card to your cousin Ned. Well, oh, Mr. Sales Trainer, I don't know cousin Ned's mailing address. Well, call him on the phone and ask him. Call him on the phone and say, Ned, I've just gone into real estate. I want to send you a little letter advising you of that. Maybe a free refrigerator magnet. What's your address? Now, if you don't know Ned well enough to do that, there's something wrong. So I'm talking about people that you do know well enough to do that. Your old classmates from high school, your old classmates from college, your old classmates from real estate school. You know, you went to real estate school just a few minutes ago in the great scheme of things. You sat in class with 45 other people that may or may not end up getting a real estate license. Send them a letter. Send them a letter. Now, by the way, I told you 95% of the people don't do this. How do I know that? Well, I've been in the real estate school business for 30 years. And during the last 30 years, if everybody did this, don't you think your real estate instructor would be on this list? So I should be getting about 30 letters a month. I probably get more like one a month if I'm lucky through the years. I'm telling you, nobody does this. And it's the closest thing to magic you will ever see. Because the secret to making money in real estate is getting face to face, eyeball to eyeball with somebody that wants to buy a house. Now, if you just sit there and wait for the phone to ring, you better be doing something to make it ring. By the way, what could be better than mailing out letters to your old friends? And especially, you call your old friend, you haven't seen him for 2 years. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hey, Ron, what's going on? Well, I've gone into real estate. I'm going to send out some letters and advise people. I just want to get your mailing address. Could you mind giving it to me? And no, here it's 123 Main Street. So you get their address, you put them on the list. Now, here's the cool thing about this. Is after you send out this initial letter, which probably a couple of hundred letters, postcards if you prefer, well, next thing you know, it's going to be Christmas. You take that same list, it's right there on your computer, you just push the button, send out another batch of Christmas cards. Next thing you know, it's 4th of July next year. Push the button, send out another list of cards. Now, you might be wondering, Ron, what prompted you to make this tape at this particular time? Well, I'll tell you what. I just graduated a class about a month ago. A young man came to work for our company, and I've been kind of helping him get started. And I told him to do this. And I said, I'm going to know if you do this or not. He said, how are you going to know? I said, my address is Ron Climer, P.O. Box 403, Tryon, North Carolina, 28782. That's Post Office Box 403, Tryon, North Carolina, 28782. Send me a letter. Well, I've talked to him 2 or 3 times since then and said, hey, where's my letter? Oh, I haven't got around to it. You got to get around to it, folks. So jump on it, get your list together, start sending. You don't have to have the whole list together. You got 10 names, send out 10 letters. Next week you got 10 more, send out 10 more. But send out a couple of hundred letters and tell your friends, and let me assure you, let me promise you, you will be flabbergasted and amazed at the one that calls you. You will be absolutely amazed. You'll have one call you and say, oh, we are just got a better job in Atlanta. We're leaving Hendersonville. We need to sell our house. I'm so glad your card came. We were thinking, who can we use for a realtor? You're going to have that experience. Now, they're not all 200 going to do that, but if one of them did it, in Hendersonville, that's about a $4,000 commission. So, do this. All right, so that's today's lesson. If you want to, subscribe to me, Ron Climer, leave a comment, because I'm going to be doing more of these, especially if you think they're doing some good. So you tell me if this is a good idea, but you can leave a comment and tell me it's a good idea. But you know what would be really cool? If I got a letter from you at Post Office Box 403, Tryon, North Carolina, 28782, that said, hey Ron, we're using your idea. I appreciate it. Thank you.